All right, so we went out shopping and we found a couple homes that we want to make offers on. So the first thing I want to clarify, yes, we can make multiple offers. A lot of the times clients say, "Oh, well, I love these three houses, but I just don't know which one to offer on." The deal is when these homes are on the market, these sellers are considering multiple offers, right? You could have 12, 15 buyers come through that home, and if they get five offers that they're considering, then why can't we make multiple offers out there on the properties that we like? Of course we can. So it's great. If we find three homes that we'd like to place offers on, let's go ahead and place those offers, because if two of them come back and say yes, well, now the ball's in our court to make a decision. And I love to be in that position. So, but what you don't want to do is say, let's just go for our number one. That's what we want to get. But I envision myself living in these other two, but let's just go for our number one. If we don't get that one, we'll go back to these. Again, that's happened before. We go for it. If we didn't get that property for whatever reason, now we have these two that we go back to and they're already sold. So that's what you don't want to do. So again, you're working with me. Take my advice and let me place multiple offers for you. Yes, we can only buy one home. Well, you could buy more if you wanted to, but yes, the goal is to buy one at this time, and it's perfect because what we want to do is make sure, okay, great, we're making multiple offers on these multiple properties, and we want to make sure that we're making the right decision. So let's just throw all the eggs out there and see which one catches our egg, and then we negotiate with that one, right? So in making an offer, it's super critical to make sure that you have a professional like myself negotiating those terms. So things you want to think about when you're making an offer. What offer price am I going to be making? And you can ask me to run some comps for you so that I can make sure that we're in line with what the previous homes have sold for. Yes, there's going to be variances if it has a pool, if it has a lot of upgrades, if the lot size is bigger. So I can educate you on each step, but I will make sure that the offer price I suggest is in line with what the market calls for, what your needs call for, right? What our budget is, and what it takes to get the property. That's one thing I will say is super crucial, because some clients will say, well, let's just start off 30 grand under and see if they take it. I have a very, very heavy pulse on this market, and I know what's going to work and what's not going to work. You hired me to get you a home. So having those strategies, if I tell you that we're not in that type of market, you just need to listen to that, because my job is to make sure that you get the house, that you're not frustrated, and that you don't get outbid a couple months later. I mean, I remember there was a time where these properties were selling so fast in less than a day for 30, 40, 50 grand higher. Well, that means next month, any of those properties that are listed are going to be listed for 30, 40, 50 grand higher. And then what are they actually going to land at? So you have to realize that these property prices can jump month over month, and it's better to secure something now opposed to waiting for a later date, even if it's within a couple months. So you want to consider the price, you want to consider the terms. So let's say you want a 30-day escrow, or maybe you want more. Maybe your lease doesn't end for another 60 days and you want a 45 to 60-day escrow. All of these things are negotiable. So you can negotiate that. Is the seller contingent on selling their property? How much time do you want to give them to sell their property and find another one? How much time do you want to give them to find another one? Because you're kind of on pause until that person finds another house, right? In addition to that, there's buyer's agent's commissions now. So when you hire me as your agent, we agree upon a commission, and that's now negotiated with the seller. So I'll request, hey, seller, I want you to pay for my buyers to have representation from me. So that's another thing that we got to consider. So also negotiating appliances. Are the appliances staying? Is the spa staying? I've negotiated fish one time. It's just really weird stuff has happened in this real estate world. But I think you guys know that this world can get kind of weird sometimes. So there's a lot of things that we can do as far as negotiations. And so no matter what, you have a professional in me on your side and you'll be good to go. But just wanted to clarify some of the things that you need to look out for when you're making an offer.